Okay, so the first ingredient that we're going to work with is we're going to work with motivation. Motivation is your own personal motivation. We are accessing ourself as a talent, as a um, um, as an instrument, as something that has a sovereign ability to think and make its own decisions and have its own growth. So we are literally look. I'm interested in creating talent. Um, I can work with the top people. That's fine. I don't mind. But even when I'm working with the top people, I'm interested in what we're doing now and how we can create together collectively so that there's something new getting done, so that there's a new experience being had, so that we're actually having a real-time experience. Real-time experiences are not that difficult to achieve if you're training correctly. Now, if you add a whole bunch of stuff thinking that you have to do all these things in some weird way, which a lot of actors have gone through, and believe me, um, that's just part of the learning process for many. We're gonna nail this thing down to motivation. Is it your motivation? You're not trying to placate yourself. You're not trying to lie to yourself. You're not trying to do anything except for get some kind of genuine motivation. Does it work for you? Now, I can do all sorts of fancy stuff with emotional preparation, imaginary preparation, all kinds of different things to find that motivation. I don't care where the motivation comes from at this point. I want to make sure it's not violent. That's probably the only rule. But other than that, I want the motivation to be there inside of you. I want to be able to see that you have clear focus on being able to get something done from A to Z. Now, when we're working with activities, um, sometimes you're going to bring them in half done. That's for later. But just understand right now, we are looking for motivation. We are looking for you to be motivated. We want your motivation. We don't want anyone else's. Now, you could be motivated because of compassion. Now, check the book Motivations that I've written. There's over 110, 111, 120 motivations. So you have an example for yourself. Now, does one motivation work over another motivation? Does one motivate you more than another motivation? When you get the time, go through that book. Now, it's probably easier if you just buy a copy. I'm keeping the prices really cheap on everything so that people have access to it. So I think it's going to be around 10, $14, something like that, including taxes. So basically, get the book and write in is, you know, top three things that are motivating to you out of 110 or 112 items. Figure out what's motivating to you. Then we're going to get you doing the activity with the motivation. So we're going to work. I'm going to work from you directly. We're going to work together. Sometimes I say the word "were" like or "we" because I'm implying that we work together as a team to be able to achieve your talent. So you're in a situation where when you apply yourself, you have a certain focus when you have a motivation to do something and when you don't have a motivation for something. This is the very first thing you want to learn. So when you go and do an activity to remodel a toy engine car or truck and paint it and stuff, maybe you don't have a motivation for that. Maybe you can't connect yourself to a motivation for that activity. But maybe it's fantastic when you try and build a ship in a bottle. Maybe neither one of those things work. Maybe it's something different. Maybe rotating your skateboard wheels really is motivating because you really want to get doing with this little flip trick that you're going to do in the skate park. Look, all of that's great. So we just want to find your motivation. So you've got an activity that you can hopefully get done in 15 to 30 minutes, or maybe even an hour, and you want to be able to get that activity going or part of that activity done within that time frame. So we are tapping into your motivation. Make sure you're motivated. Get the book Motivations. Not, knock in what's motivated, what's not motivated. If you have a physical copy of the book, you can just write in the book. I encourage people to write in their books. You want to be able to write in your books all the time. Okay, thanks.